What's up? I'm Becky. Welcome to my 5-part series where we're using AI to compete in today's job market. In prior videos, we used AI to create content for our resume, a professional headshot to go on that resume, and then we put all that together in a Word document. Today, we're going to take all of that content and translate it into a LinkedIn profile page. Okay, I've got my LinkedIn profile page up and we're going to just make the changes based on our latest resume. The great thing about this is we're going to use the content we already established to curate our resume and translate it to a LinkedIn page. You'll go to your AI tool, whichever one you use to create your resume. You'll go back to that chat. Usually it's the icon in the upper left quadrant that will allow you to open prior conversations, and you can use the filter with the word resume to simply filter out that chat. Once you've got that one open, typically what I'll do is revisiting this conversation. I'd like to utilize this content to build my LinkedIn profile page. My profile already has some content, but we're going to start a new one with the resume we built together. And if you haven't seen that video yet, you can click here. If you're currently employed, you'll include the title of that current employment. And if you are not employed, something that you can consider is specifying open to new opportunities and the professional skill set that you are wanting to highlight to potential employers. For example, for mine, I might do open to new opportunities and then separate it with a divider along with client experience and digital platform professional. This gives me an opportunity to showcase the skill set that I am trying to promote as part of my brand, as opposed to pigeonholing me to a very specific role, right? I had my current role as Assistant Vice President, Senior Digital Client Support Specialist. And then I would specify my employment type. I am currently a full-time employee, and in my prior resume, I mentioned Fortune 500 as my organization. There is going to be an opportunity to add each segment of your work history, and this is looking for the time frame of that position, November of 2016. Location is currently San Antonio, and that will be changing. Stay tuned. Location type, I'm currently on a hybrid model, and then I'm going to include a quick description about that role. In this section, you're going to use the exact same bullet points that you use in your experience section. So you're really just repeating the content. I'm going to just copy and paste. Oh, come on. I can't copy and paste these. That's not cool. We'll figure it out. When I went to my AI tool and said, I'm going to utilize this content for my LinkedIn profile, and then I gave it each of the sections I wanted it to write, it gave me a 2-sentence description before the bullet points that I really kind of like. So I'm going to just manually enter those because I can't seem to copy them from the AI tool. Now that I've gotten that sentence out of the way, I'm going to copy the bullet points from my resume and I'm going to paste them into this section because I don't see an easy way to add or insert bullet points manually. So we're just going to copy and paste them because we can. I'm just going to take a quick look at the profile headline. The profile headline is different from the title, and I'm not really clear what it means. So let's find out. The profile headline is going to be the text that displays just below your name on your profile page. So in my case, since I'm using a current position, I'm going to include my job title along with the skills that I'm trying to promote as part of my brand. If you're unemployed, it would be similarly to what we talked about earlier with the title option. You're going to specify the skills that you want to highlight as part of your brand and then mention the open to new opportunities. So now we've got our profile headline. Let's see what else is part of this segment. I did proactively go into my AI tool and request the content that I wanted it to draft in advance. And so these are the skills I'm going to promote as part of my brand for this profile. Training and development is important for what I do because I deep dive into rollouts of applications or client enhancements, and then I train other frontline partners. This one is specifying training and development HR. My role is not in the HR scope, so I do want to remove this. Maybe I'll apply one manually. I don't really have one that fits the exact language I'm trying to specify, so I'm going to break it up into 2 parts. So this one is staff training. Let's do development. We're going to go with it. Trend analysis. Let's see what else we got. Service excellence was the language that the AI tool suggested, but LinkedIn offers service quality. It's close enough. This does promote an opportunity to add your media. So let's say you put together a PowerPoint for your company, or you put together a proposal for a particular operations improvement that was taken up by senior management and actually rolled out. This is a great opportunity to showcase that work. Since I am in the financial services, I'm not going to promote any of the media here, but I could certainly promote my YouTube channel and say, hey, I can make content and here's some examples of my work. So yeah, look, I can add a link. Boop. Let's do that for the sake of the exercise, right? Do you not like the HTT? There we go. Okay. Let's spell things correctly. That's a great idea. Cool. I'm not really sure what just happened. Did it not take it? Let's see if it saved first. No, this is taking, oh man, are you serious? It didn't save any of my changes. Isn't it fun when it does that? Okay, let's go again. This is annoying. I hate redoing this kind of crap. I just did it all. Another thing I'll just quickly mention, make sure you can speak to each one of these items. If you're just plugging in all of the words that AI gave you without actually associating it with something, it's not really going to help you in an interview. For example, if somebody asks me, hey, what do you mean by multi-channel service delivery? I'm going to say, well, that means that I have multiple service queues in which I operate in. Inbound emails, inbound calls, and an outbound call service queue. If it's giving you something that's not something that you can speak to, omit it. You don't have to include everything that's created for you. It's just a guide. So I've got all my skills entered again. I'm going to save because fool me once, shame on me. I'm going to add this and not enter my media because it's not going to get me again. Okay, so it's taken me to the next window, which is my contact information. It did carry my changes, but it is still retaining my position incorrectly. Oh, but now it's got them both, so I can change it from the dropdown. All right. In the education section, I took some college courses right out of high school, but I was paying out of pocket and didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I took a break, went back to college, took some additional courses, and I've also done some online courses work, but I don't have any degrees or certifications. So what I want to do is talk about my education in a way that really just demonstrates my commitment to constant growth. Okay, so we got some education entered. I did already add my headshot, but you should include yours. This one is slightly different from the headshot I used in my resume. It's just a variation from the exact same output exercise that I did. If you haven't seen that video yet, you can click that here. All right, now the about section. Currently, this has the content for my current real-time role, but I am going to change that to the example from the resume we've been building together. When you're building this, you need to read it out loud. If you find yourself falling asleep or totally zoning out, then you need to change it so that you're not completely bored by the content. I think reading things out loud, it's so valuable. Read it out loud, bro. Read it out loud. With your work experience, you're going to start with your current or most recent role, and then that description and content. Then you're going to move to the role just before that, and then the role before that, just like a resume layout. Let's do a quick recap. So we've amended our headline, which is the title displayed below our name. We have changed our about segment. We've entered our work experience, which is really a copy and paste from the resume that we put together. And then we've amended our education section. Now, lastly, we also added all of our skills. Hopefully it didn't time out on you and lose all of your content. I'm not going to include any recommendations right now or interests. I think this is a really great starting point. So let's go back to the top real quick and talk about the photo and then this banner here. Hopefully you've got your photos already. Now for the banner here, I got this from the website unsplashed.com. Let me show you real quick because I think it's really cool. You can obviously use content from your own personal photos, but I really like the content in Unsplashed. Unsplashed does offer a paid for membership, but there are actually photos that you can download and use for free. I recommend giving credit to the photographer that is responsible for that photo. It's a great way to kind of give a shout out and make sure that we're supporting professional artists. If you visit the website, you can just literally scroll through the options. The ones that are not free will have a lock on it. You'll see like this one right here, but the ones that are free will not have a lock. So this one I would be able to download for free. Anyway, I think this is a great resource if you need something to put a background on your page. Now we have put together our background or our banner for our LinkedIn profile page. We've added our photo and then we've added all of our content. I hope you found this helpful. If so, hit that like button. It really helps the channel and it helps people find this kind of content when they need it. The next video we're going to do is preparing for your interview. Arguably the most important part of this entire process. Everything we've done up until now gets you in the door, and the interview is what will actually get you the job. So stay tuned for that. If it has dropped, you can click that here. And if it's not live yet, hit that subscribe button so that you get notified when it does drop. Until then, wishing you all the best of luck in your endeavors and sending you peace and love. If there's something you want to see or things that have particularly helped you in your journey through gaining employment, leave a comment. And until then, take care. Bye. We just winging it here. No, let's not show you all my crap, right? You can click here or here. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Lame. Might be burnt out on this already. I really like these little dividers. Isn't it fun when it does that? I'm just going to throw it out the window by that point. Let's move on, shall we?